Colombia washed away by floodwaters, risk of disease development. Disturbances due to flooding and landslides continue in parts of the Department of Santander. Hurricanes brought heavy rains to the northeastern parts of the department, including the municipalities of Bucaramanga, Floridablanca, Tairon, and Piedecuesta. Flooding and strong winds damaged several houses in Bucaramanga. A number of roads in the city were flooded by floodwaters and blocked by high winds that felled trees and flood debris. Sections of the Floridablanca Piedecuesta highway were also affected by the flooding. Rising water levels in the Oro River caused flooding fears in Girona. The Institute of Hydrology, Meteorology and Environmental Studies predicts moderate to heavy rain and thunderstorms in parts of the southern and northeastern department of Santander, and further showers and thunderstorms are expected across much of the department. Additional precipitation is likely to worsen the situation in areas already affected by flooding and hamper ongoing recovery efforts. Rainfall could cause flooding in low-lying communities near rivers, streams, and creeks. Urban flooding is also possible in developed areas with easily flooded or non-existent storm drainage systems. Areas downstream of major reservoirs or rivers can experience flash flooding after relatively.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom Barakatham. And you can see on this video here, man, the Lord is getting busy out here in Colombia, man, and that's the spirit, because the yesterday, I believe, or maybe the day before, I did a lesson and I brought out Amos, the 5th chapter, about how the judgment was going to flow as rivers, man. It's gonna flow and stream down as waters, man. Judgment, because in that account in Amos, that's when Jake was basically going off like routinely, man, and was trying to offer up sacrifices to the Most High to try to appease him. But they were just not repenting, man. They were doing the same old wickedness, and the Lord got tired of it, man. And he brought heavy judgment, man. All right. And we see the Lord has not done that, and only in that scenario, but in multiple scenarios, all the times we went into captivity. And it's no different now, man, because the Northern Kingdom, they're wicked, man. They're wicked as hell. They're heavy into idol worship. You can't tell them anything. All right. You try to tell them that the Lord is a so-called black man, and they look at you like you got 3 heads, man. All right. They're infatuated with Esau. Okay. And you can't tell them nothing, man. So the Lord is bringing judgment, and this isn't the only judgment, man. Like, the Lord has been really busy, man. There's been all types of judgments happening all over, man. These women are getting snatched up, getting judged. You got rail cars being derailed. All right, trains. All right. You got all kind of judgment going on in the earth, man. I'm going to read that account in Amos real quick. This is Amos 5 and 23. It says, "Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols." All right. So this is Jake. Jake could be in the church. They singing quote unquote gospel music, or they'll try to make a song that's appealing to that sounds good. It's lip service to the Most High, or they'll try to appease the Most High in other ways, not even just through songs, but they'll just try to say sweet things to the Most High, but really just never repenting in their heart, man. And this is what Jake was doing, man, trying to offer sacrifices. Verse 24, it says, "But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream." All right. And this is the hell of a mighty stream, man. When you get some of the video, look at that, man. And when floods come through, it says it's risk of a lot of disease. A lot of things are destroyed. There's risk of landslides. A lot of people, it probably died here, man. Getting put to death. Look at that. Look at the force of that water, man. Everything is just getting destroyed, man. All right. So the Lord is not nothing to play with, okay? Now, I'm going to get this account here, and I'll close out. And I just wanted to bring this out because it's important to see how active that the Lord is in the earth, man. You know, because we know that this is a sign of him getting closer and closer to his return, of Yahushua returning with Michael, the archangel, all the angels, the heavenly hosts. All right, which we know that comes with certain events. World War III, which we see is on the horizon. Brother just put in the chat that Sweden and Norway joined NATO, which that's a major move, man. All right, we're this close away from NATO triggering Article 5, which is basically World War III. You know, if it's involved with Russia. Okay, but let me read this real quick and then we close out. This is Second Esdras, the 8th chapter. And I'll start at 55. Second Esdras, chapter 8 and 55. It says, "And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish," because Esdras was pleading with the Most High that we be delivered, all of Israel. What about the ones that won't perish? He even went back to the days of Adam. Is it fair that Adam sinned and we all ended up getting corrupted? Esdras was pleading and asking the Most High these questions. You know, basically asking the Lord, well, can you just forgive us? You know, we know that we messed up and we're corrupted, but should we suffer and we got to be under the hand of heathen? And the Lord is answering him, man. You know, because it's written that I believe it's up there too, man. It might be in the same chapter, but it says we always had men that prayed for the wicked. I think it was may have been in chapter 7. You know, it even says Abraham prayed for the Sodomites, man. He prayed that some of the Sodomites, or he hoped, I should say, that some of them would be delivered. But it turns out none of them were worthy of being delivered, man. All right, just Lot and his family, and even his wife didn't make it. Okay, so the Lord is saying that don't worry about the judgment that I have set up, you know, for the ungodly. But let's moving on. It says, verse 56, "For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High. They thought scorn of his law and forsook his ways." All right, and that's what the Northern Kingdom did, man. You go down there, Asher, down there in Brazil, all right, and Colombia, they got the big statue, Christ the Redeemer, which is a big idol, you know, because Christ is not the Son of the Most High. He's an idol, man. Imaged after the devil, all right, with stringy hair, and it's a big ass statue, man. Ridiculous. That's what they're into down there, man. And all these Northern Kingdom tribes down there are like that, man. You know, Asher, Naphtali. All right. And the Lord is tired of it, man. All right. It says, moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness, because in times past, and even today, they scoff at the men of the Lord. They put hands on the men of the Lord. Okay. They killed the prophets. Okay, that's a very heavy and grievous sin, man. All right, it says, and said in their heart that there is no God, yeah, and that knowing they must die. Okay. All right, and then so that's plain. Ultimately, the 2/3, no matter where they are, what country they're in, they gotta go. Okay, the 2/3, they gotta go, whether they speak English, Spanish, okay, whether they're still in West Africa. If you're of the 2/3, the Lord is already got to write you out of this side, and you got to come back in the kingdom. Okay, and that's plain. It says, for as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. Thirst and pain. Now, they basically said the water supply. If you notice in the here, It says millions of tons of water destroyed the country. So this could end. This ironically, despite all this water, this could end up in a drought, man. Look at this. The Lord is not playing, man. Okay. Now this is photoshopped. You can tell, but more of this is coming, man. More of this is on the way. You know. So we finish here. It says, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. So that's what the 2/3 got to feel. Southern kingdom and northern kingdom. All right, for it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them. All right, and calling on the name of Christ, that's defiling the name. All right, calling him by any other name is and when we tell you the name, you scoff at it. It says, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. So what's got to happen? Verse 61, and therefore is my judgment now at hand. All right, so that's basically the point on that, man. I just wanted to go into that a little bit, man. The Lord is doing mighty, mighty works, brothers, and we should take solace in that the time is approaching, is coming, man. We got to prepare ourselves in our minds that we don't be partakers of the judgment that's coming, because it's going to get a lot worse, man. All right, so with that, hopefully your brothers were edified. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, Wa Abba Babal, Shalom.